We are Finding Success, and we are here to help break that monotony of your life and help you find your own version of success. Welcome back to another episode, guys, with me, Alex.
And me, Adam. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Very good. Feeling very alive, but also boiling.
Yeah, it's been one.
Because it's been, the past few weeks have been quite hot in the UK.
It's been
If you
lovely.
haven't already known.
They know.
It's probably hotter where some of you guys are, but, we're British, we can complain about it. This week, dude, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about, it's essentially pouring from an empty cup, but basically what it is being selfish, essentially, isn't it? Looking after yourself, looking after number one before you're going on to help others and destroying yourself.
Talk about being selfish. You've just been on a little holiday, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah, that's right. That's
That's
right.
behind.
Little road trip.
Where did you go? What did you do? Tell us, inform us. What have you been up to?
Oh, it was a lovely little holiday. So I started at Diddley Squat Farm. If anyone
Nice.
knows that, for you Americans out there, this is a man called Jamie Clarkson in the UK, Top Gear host, legend, living legend. Started at his farm, headed down, did like Cheddar Gorge, some other little points along the coast, camped out, then went down to Newquay, did some surfing for the day at Frisco Beach, chilled there, ate food, headed on to Land's End from there, just chill, see the end of the world, because obviously the world's flat, so you can just see the end of the waterfall,
So it all drops off.
There was a boat close to the edge, man. He was pushing it.
Yeah?
He almost went over the edge. He must have been right.
On a dinghy or something?
Eh?
On a dinghy?
No, a big... No. A big container boat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you call him? Oh, hey, you're getting too close.
He's a little bit too far away. Oh, we swam with seals.
Did you?
Mate, it was incredible. So we went to this random cove. Where was it? I can't even remember where it was. It was at the southernmost point. So Land's End isn't the southernmost point in the UK. I think it's something tip. I forget what it is. Snake tip. I don't know. That sounded bad. There's a tip that's further south. Anyway, we just found a little, it's an old lifeguard station, and we just walked down to the bottom, found this little cove, just started swimming, and you can see a snorkeler out there, and then there's some people on some paddle boards.
Nice.
And it was just the coolest thing in the world. It was like perfect weather, really nice, refreshing water, just a rock face up behind us, and just sea. And all of a sudden we see this splash. I'm like, whoa, what was that? And at this point, we're not in the water yet. We're sort of just about to get in. And then someone says, it was a seal. I'm like, mate, shut up. That was not a seal. That was a big rock falling from the sky. I just didn't know what it was. I was like, not believing it was a seal. But it turned out to be a seal, because later on you just see his head pop up. And he was just inquisitive about what we were doing out on the beach.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden another one just popped up over here, and there was a little family of them. It must have been 4 or 5 of them we saw.
That's awesome.
And the poor snorkeler, we were waiting to see if he got mauled by him. Right? So he had one of these boats that show you where he is. You could just see a snorkel on top, and he was going around, and you just see the seals would go and see him, get close, pop their head up, have a look, drop down, and then the other side, drop up, pop up, say hello, drop down, and obviously it's quite nerve-wracking when they go under, because you're like,
where are they going?
where's it going? I can't see it. But obviously they didn't maul him because they were just curious and they just wanted to say hello. And they got quite close. You could see at one point he was a bit stunned because he's head down, looking underwater.
Looking what's going on.
Not looking this way. And he just came up, just for some reason, he must have just come up, and there was a seal, boom. Looking right, they were probably 6 feet apart, if that.
Even so.
And he just see him go, just freeze for a second. And the seal was like, hello, what? Didn't know what to do either. And then they just carried on, nothing happened. So we thought, it's safe, we'll go out for a swim. Went out for a swim. Again, we probably got 10, 15 feet away from them. They were just curious, mate. They were just really interested in what we were doing.
That's mega.
And that was it, yeah. We went, found a little cave, explored up the cave, and then came back to shorts. The tide came in pretty quick.
Yeah, I
found
bet.
a few shoes floating from the beach. We were close to losing all our
mate.
stuff, which was a bit rookie, but it was a mega experience. And yeah, so from there we went on along the south coast, did Plymouth and Jurassic Coast, West Bay, all those sort of things, and it was just
nice.
mega. Gorgeous place, just, yeah.
Exploring.
Yeah.
You got to do it. We can't live a life of wealth and health and thing and not enjoy the time that we have on this planet as well.
Definitely.
You've got to go and enjoy it.
And go and experience things that you haven't experienced. Because I'd never done paddleboarding before. I'd never done surfing before at Newcastle. I suck at surfing.
Yeah.
That is hard.
Mate, surfing is hard.
Yeah. I didn't actually get onto my feet once because I was just useless. So any surfers out there, fair play, respect, got a newfound respect for you because that is hard. Because there was so it's Boardmasters this weekend.
Yeah.
And there were competitions at the beach. And we're just watching them do it. They make it look so easy, and they're flicking the boards up left, right, and centre over these tiny little waves that I'm barely getting. I thought I was too heavy for the surfing. I thought the wave wasn't actually taking me, but apparently I was just not catching it right, or catching the wrong ones, and I was going straight over instead of like gaining the momentum. And mate, they made it look so easy. Massive respect. Like really, really cool. You got to try these things.
Yeah, you have, mate.
Because it's just an experience.
And it's life, isn't it? You got to live it. You got to live it.
And I feel full and energetic and just mad for it all again. You know, mad for life, and I just want to keep doing those sort of things. Keep exploring because it's just wicked fun.
Yeah, it's mega.
Just wicked fun.
Good on you.
Being part of nature as well, camping out, freezing cold morning. Well, it weren't freezing cold mornings. One morning, I think it was Wednesday, it was boiling. The heat in the tent woke me up. The sun was just beaming down on us.
Really?
We had this gorgeous campsite looking over an estuary somewhere in the south. And unfortunately, the sun was, as soon as the sun came up, boom, it was like it was 5:30, I think it came up, and the heat, it was insane. Absolutely insane. But it was lovely because you got going, cracked on for the rest of the day.
Done for the day, yeah.
Yeah, mate, it's mega. I had the campsite there converted a sheep pen. You know the trailers that hold sheep?
Yeah.
He turned that into a shower. So I was and he's literally, there's no light. He's just literally the trailer. He's put some ivy on the gate at the front, and that was it. So you had ivy protecting all your private bits, but the top and bottom were like exposed as nuts.
Mate.
And I was showering away, like as you do, and another camper starts coming up. There was 2 showers in this sheep trailer. Another camper comes up, lovely woman. It's like, morning. I'm like, hey, I'm completely naked, soaked up, suds going everywhere, and just having this conversation with this woman who's about to do the same thing in the trailer with me. Like there was a divide between the two.
But even so,
there's like, if I wanted to have a look, and same for her, she'd had a good look. It was hilarious, mate. You just don't experience it. And it felt amazing afterwards, like so fresh. Oh mate, it was incredible. Recommend it.
You gotta love it, mate. Like I said, you just gotta enjoy that stuff, mate. Yeah, it's memories. It's all memories, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's all memories.
Right, that was a long detour. Sorry, got excited about my holiday. This week, talking about being selfish.
Yeah.
Pouring from an empty cup. So imagine you're a jug. This is the thing in my head. You've got a jug and it's a litre jug, you've got 10 ml in it, you've got nothing in it. A better analogy. You're a battery.
Yeah.
Right? Your mate's dying, he's on low battery mode. Right? You're like, I'll give you some of my battery. But you've only got 3 bars left yourself. You give him 2 bars, and now you're on low energy, low battery. But you're fine, you're juiced up, you're going to disappear.
Yeah, I'm going to see you again. And leave you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And you're left basically dead.
Yeah.
Dead in the water, flat, dying. Imagine it like that. Don't give away all your
energy.
All your energy, yeah.
Yeah.
For just to be left behind.
Yeah.
So you've got to be selfish. Don't pour from empty cup. It's the aeroplane analogy, again, is the best thing. Oxygen masks come down. What do? You serve yourself first. You put your own mask on first. Why? Because if you go to help someone else, by the time you've helped them, you might be too late. The oxygen might have been gone.
Yeah.
Could have been passed out.
Finished, done.
And while you've helped matey next year, Joe Bloggs, Danny Davidson, whatever his name is, you're dead.
Yeah.
So it's just useless.
It's the same with, any wealth journey, any sort of person that wants to get into a business. If you're, for instance, really, really bad analogy here.
Go on.
Give up for me. But there was like a TV program me and the missus were watching. And basically what was going on is that a woman had recently started her own business. This is like a soap thing. And she, so that she could sort of almost look professional, she had a guy that was on the same table of her that was doing the same thing, PR. They were like both individual companies, both contractors working for themselves, but they were both working in the same coffee shop. And like, for her to sound professional, she was like, can you just answer the phone for me? Like, as like a personal assistant. I'll just answer the phone for me and just say I'm not around. Like, just put this phone call away or whatever. So she made it seem to the other person that he was her assistant.
Yeah.
Obviously, he wasn't. He was just another person working for his own self, doing his own thing. And it got a point where he was like, right, I'm not answering the phone for you anymore because it's making me suffer. I'm losing clientele because I'm not doing the work that I need to do. I'm answering your phone for you being a mate.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave now because you're annoying me. So he chose himself, was selfish, left the situation and worked on himself. And it's the same with any journey. When you're trying to help someone out, they've got a question, just fine. If you're sort of in a situation where you can answer that question and you're not busy, go ahead. But 9 times out of 10, people need to be in the journey for themselves. They need to be, for instance, when you go to the gym, you're in it for yourself.
Yeah.
It's you versus you. You're working out for yourself, for your own physique, for your own, happiness. When you're working on a podcast, it's for yourself. Yeah, we're helping the world out there, but it's also helping us as well. We're sharing a message.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you have to be selfish in this world.
Look after yourself. You do. And not forever though. That's the thing. If you are on low battery, you got your extra oxygen mask on, you're slowly getting air in. Once you're in a good position, you can go out and help people.
Exactly.
That's the best bit. You just need to be selfish for 6 months, a year, 5 years, however long it takes. How putting parents into care in the UK, it's expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is something that worries me quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's the average
By
salary.
parents, I mean putting your parents into a care home once it gets old for you.
Sorry,
if you're
yeah.
working away, yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you need when you can no longer look after them or they can't look after themselves, put them in a care home. And then that sounds horrible, but there are the ones you want to put them in. They're just horrendous money, like ridiculous.
And obviously
double
that's
the
the one
average
you
salary
want
in the UK
because
it's your parents. You want to look after them. Exactly
They
that.
looked after you, so you want to look after them.
Exactly. And where was I going with this? So to be selfish, you've got to be able to do that properly. You need to earn a lot of money a year.
Yeah.
So you need to be selfish and sort yourself out for a bit. Make sure you're at the level you can then look after them for. If you can't look after them on no money whatsoever, because you'll just kill yourself. If you can't afford the care homes or the staff to help you look after them, you're gonna have to do it yourself or between your siblings and that's fine. But realistically, that's going to burn you out. And you can't burn the wick from both ends. You need to be able to do something. So something that in my head I'm going to be doing is just burying myself in work and hiding away. So one day when it comes to that, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And I'm just not gonna put stress on the rest of the family because nobody likes that, do they?
No, you don't want to. This is it. You don't want to go around asking your siblings for help, or you don't want to ask for
money,
or
ask them to give up their lives.
Mum, dad's not in a very good place right now. They
Yeah.
need help. Can I have some money to put them in a place? I'll happily put up 50% if you put. No, just like I said, you want to be in a position where you can happily go and do it yourself. You don't have to ask. And I think that is number one. It's also obviously like a big part of your life because you want to get it done. But it shows the kind of person that you are as well. And like you want to be a caring person. You want to look after your family. And obviously, I think everyone does if they like their family.
Exactly.
They're going to want to do it.
Most of the population do, don't they?
And not only that, it brings you happiness as well because you're
they're
being wealthy and they're in a good place at the same time.
That's the best bit. They're in a good place.
Yeah.
And that's you then helping other people with their oxygen masks. After you've been selfish for a while, you can then spread your wealth and your knowledge. Yeah. And that's when you reap the rewards.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then it's better. As being a human being, that really gives you a great feeling. It's, what's it called? It's just satisfaction.
Yeah, it is.
Knowing you're able to help people.
It's when you're on the... So, people are probably going to disagree with me here, some people. And some people are going to disagree with this message. But when I was coming up in the trading world and when I wanted to learn about trading and investing and stuff, you are the person that is trying to sponge for other people. You're the person asking questions. Those people are, they're way ahead of the journey. They're down the road, they've turned right, and they're 4 or 5 miles in. They're a year, 2 years in. They know all the answers to your questions, and they can probably happily answer them just like that. But they're being selfish. They've got their own things to do. So when you're trying to ask the question, like you're a little person trying to ask a big person a question, it's quite daunting. I found it really daunting. I didn't want to sort of come across the wrong way, or I didn't want to say the wrong thing, or I didn't know when to do it. But if you are scared and you do have a question to ask, and someone's, for instance, if someone's consistently profitable in trading, do your research on what question you actually want to ask them first before you answer the question, just to make it a lot easier. Because if you go with a really stupid question, you're not only wasting your own time, you're wasting their time as well. But if you've asked a detailed question, they're going to be 9 times out of 10 more likely to help you out because they're intrigued by it as well if they don't know the answer to it. And if they do know the answer to it, they're probably going to respect you a lot more because you've done the legwork in finding out what it is you need to find out. And they're going to be like, actually, this guy's quite good. Maybe I can stay in contact with him. Maybe he can help me out in a different path of life.
Network.
So exactly. So it comes back to, use those people as well. Ask the questions, get it done. We're here to help, and they're there to help. But at the same time, do the legwork for yourself as well. And the person behind you that is going to ask you the same question, make sure they do the same. Don't just give it out freely because they're just going to jump back to you and expect it.
Yeah.
Make them work for it.
So I'm glad you brought up the trading because, again, it goes back to how much time have you spent doing your back testing? Crack of dawn AM.
Yeah.
For 2 years, is it? 2 and a bit years?
Yeah. Well, what is it? I started... it's probably 2 years. But that's like everything. That's learning to trade. That's back testing. That's everything.
And you sacrifice your mornings, your lay-ins, you've done...
Yeah.
You sacrificed breakfast with your missuses.
Yeah.
Missus. It's not got multiple, what?
I hope I haven't.
You've sacrificed breakfast with your missus to do this. You've sacrificed your time, your social time as well. You've done it in the evenings, haven't you?
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing.
No,
it's really not. It's really healthy. Like, you're going to throw a big barbecue this weekend with loads of friends.
Yeah.
Because you can now. You're in a great place to be able to do it.
I've given up the sacrifice in the earlier days to know that I can now not sit back comfortably. There's always nothing that I want to stop, but I can now relax and say I can happily throw a barbecue with the boys and enjoy the time and enjoy the time that we have together. Because, for instance, they gave up their time with me for those 2 years, and now I'm going to spend the time that I've got with them to have a good time.
And you'd appreciate it more.
100%.
That night will be awesome because you're not doing it every Friday night like most people in the UK. You're not just spending 200 quid a night on that. That would be more special.
Yeah,
because
it's more of an occasion.
Exactly. Yeah. And it would just be awesome.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, it's like you said. I think it's a very, very good thing that you said that there. Like, work hard now, do the legwork, take care of yourself, be selfish. If your friends are really your friends, they'll wait for you.
Amen.
And they'll support you.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, I'm sure they'll help you. And if they're not your friends, they're not going to be there in 2 years' time. So it just goes to show that if your friends are real true to you, they're the ones that are going to turn up. And if they're ones that don't message back, then they're not the real ones, so get rid of them.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, if they're in a position where a few years down the line they want help and you're sitting back, chilling out, doing what you want to do, then you can help them. And it's easier.
Spot on. I've got a friend, we were talking about this the other day. I was at Alton Towers earlier on in the week.
Nice.
The theme park.
Yeah.
Americans, it's like a theme park, roller coasters, all that. It's pretty cool. But I was with some friends that one of them I'd known 19, 20 years.
Yeah, nice.
I'm 26. I've known him all my life, basically. From what I can remember, he's always been there. And we've had years that we haven't spoken.
Yeah.
Or I had one message. But we can literally go from that, not talking to, what are we doing this weekend? Do you want to go do something? Yeah, mint. And we'd it's no different to how we were last
nothing's
time.
ever changed.
And they're the friends you're going to take with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
they'll be
100%.
always around, and they know sometimes I'm grafting, sometimes I'm too busy to be. I have to like hide away for a year. I have to disappear. I have to do stuff, and they completely understand it. Because to be fair, they're starting to do that themselves.
Yeah,
they're starting to go, do you know what? I need to build my own life as well.
Yeah,
I know he's not going anywhere. Missus ain't going anywhere. You got the real people around you.
Yeah,
it's like key for success.
Yeah, 100%. Have you got anything else to add?
No.
This is going to lead on, by the way. This is going to lead on to the next little episode that we got. I'm not going to spoil it, but this is almost like a two-part thing. I was going to actually mention something just then, but I'm not going to.
No?
I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Awesome.
So, are you finished? All done? Yeah, mega. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, links will be down below. Don't forget to comment, subscribe on YouTube, hit the bell button. Get sharing as well, guys. Our views are going up. We're reaching the world now, so hopefully you can help us do that. Have a good weekend. See you next time.
Success is available for everybody, so why should you settle for less?